On this episode, we make our way towards Utah. On the way, we stop at Valley of Fire State Park, where we hike slot canyons, see a fire wave, and are lucky enough to come across bighorn sheep. We then spend time at Snow Canyon State Park, where we're awestruck with the beauty and find ourselves exploring underground lava tubes. Enjoy!
Hi, I'm Dan.
And I'm Jenny. We ditched the corporate world to spend a year exploring.
And our goal is to get out and see all the incredible places and meet interesting people.
And maybe find a place to put roots down.
So join us as we explore both on and off the beaten path. Sometimes we'll be somewhere.
And sometimes nowhere.
Okay, well, good morning, everybody, from the northern rim of Gooseberry Mesa near Apple Valley, Utah. Since we saw you guys last time in Death Valley, we've been moving steadily northeast towards Utah because southern Utah is a place that we are going to spend a significant amount of time in. So as we move northeast from Death Valley, we've been taking our time. We spent a couple days in Valley of Fire State Park, which is about an hour northeast of Las Vegas and is something that you can do some really neat hikes. There's BLM land all outside of it, so it makes it extremely easy to stage into. After we left the Valley of Fire, we then continued to head northeast and wound up around the St. George, Utah area. Unbeknownst to us, there was a little state park there called Snow Canyon. Very similar to Valley of Fire. It's not very large, but what it lacks in size, it makes up for in a diversity of views, diversity of life, and diversity of geology. And so what you'll see coming up right after this is a couple chapters, one on Valley of Fire and one on Snow Canyon, that I think you guys are going to enjoy very much. But before we jump into that, I want to say a special thank you to those of you who have been following us. We're obviously a very young channel. We're just getting our feet under us, and I'd like to think we're evolving. Thank you for following. Thank you for the kind words and for the patience you've extended us as we're trying to figure out how to capture all of this that we're experiencing and bring it through in a way that you can experience for yourself. So with that, we're gonna go pack up camp. We're gonna get back on the road here. Hope you're having a good morning or a good day or a good evening wherever you are. Thanks for following along. Oh, that was neat. As I'm standing here, a peregrine falcon just flew around. Anyway, thanks everybody. We'll see you on the trail.
Thank you, campsite.
Thank you, campsite. Thank you for all the beautiful views of Zion.
Yes, I can't wait to get into Zion. And thank you for being colder, not really hot, where a lot of bugs are out.
Yeah, and the beautiful stars.
And the beautiful campfire that you made.
And lots of wood for once.
I
That
know.
we could actually
Yeah,
have a
lots of
campfire. Yes, that was great.
Yes.
And
Thank you for just being quiet and pretty. But it was a little windy, but I don't care. I'm not going to complain because it's way better than being 90 degrees outside.
that was a long one.
Final answer.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, campsite. So the hike we're on right now is called the Fire Wave Trail, and you can loop it with the Seven Wonders Trail to make it about a 2-mile loop. And what interested us in this one is you guys may have seen the famous wave pictures. It's a real difficult thing to actually get a permit to go to the wave. And so what interested
And busy.
and busy. And so what interested us in this is
It's supposed to be like
it's supposed to be a good alternative to it, but more easily accessible. So we will see.
Yay, I'm excited.
Yeah. All right, so that was the Fire Wave. That's pretty cool.
Super cool.
Yeah, you can see how it's really a nice alternative to the wave in Arizona. Fire Trail is ending, so now we're looping onto Seven Wonders Trail. We'll check that out next.
Oh, this is neat. Oh, this is cool.
Alright, so we called an audible. We got to where it was time to turn back and it was just too cool and saw a way we could extend via White Dome Trail. All right, so we're coming to the end of the hike.
So pretty.
So pretty. So we ended up doing Fire Wave to Seven Wonders to White Dome Trail, and
Worth it.
definitely worth it. All right, well, on to the next. See you guys. All right, so this is Rainbow Vista that we're doing now, which should be a quick one. I think it's a half a mile in there and back. Definitely designated as a high booger picker area. So we're gonna join them. See what this is all about. So Rainbow Vista and Fire Canyon Overlook.
Super cool. Again.
Yeah, yeah, real short hike, super easy. And I think the thing that made it for us was all the wildlife that we saw. So I would say this is
fun.
Fun. I would say the Fire Wave Trail loop that we did is probably the one that I would prioritize over this one. All right, on to the next. Okay, so here we are in Snow Canyon State Park.
It's beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it. And we had a nice evening here in Utah at a dispersed site, and then saw this little gem. And we're on about a 4 to 5 mile loop hike right now. It's supposed to take us through these red sands, maybe some slot canyons, some petrified dunes, and apparently there are also some lava tubes that you can go explore if you bring a headlamp or a flashlight. So we're gonna check those out. Jenny, I'm really liking this trail, aren't you?
I don't think I'm gonna go any further than this.
Okay, so from slot canyons to lava tubes to petrified sand dunes that you can explore all around, this hike just has everything. So much bang for the buck. And Jenny said it really well when she said it's like Zion and Sedona had a little love baby and they didn't want anybody to know about it, which is what?
It's a best kept secret.
Oh yeah, so if you're in this area,
Must.
have to. It is just so cool. All right, we'll see you guys on the next one.
Well, that's a wrap.
All right, it is a wrap, and we hope you guys enjoyed watching as much as we enjoyed being in Valley of Fire and Snow
Now
Canyon.
in Utah.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. And now we're in Utah, so we're staging for the next, I don't know, weeks, month, however long we're here. It's just such a special
Till my
place.
birthday.
Yeah, that's right. So, anyways, we hope you enjoyed the episode. And as always, if you liked what you saw,
Ping! Subscribe to us.
ping! All right, so now for anyone who's actually planning on going to any of those, we decided that we would put together a list like we have recently of some things that we would say that we love.
Loved, liked, and wish we would have done.
Yeah, that's right, or wouldn't do again. So,
Yes.
so let's rattle off the first one. Loved. So the Snow Canyon hike and the Fire Wave hike, both of those loops, loved them. if you could only do one thing at each of those places, we would say that's it.
Yeah, and if I had to pick one between, it would be Snow Canyon.
100%. It would be Snow Canyon all day long, because that was just such a unique hike. Okay, liked. So here's what we liked as well. So that was starting early.
Yes.
So we're here in April.
Yes.
And it gets hot, middle of the day, it gets crowded by the afternoon. So we would say start early, that's number one. The second, for Valley of Fire, there was a ton of BLM land near the west entrance.
And it's really pretty views.
Yeah, 100%.
And close to the highway, close to the park.
100%. So we really liked that about it. Things that we wouldn't do again, or things that we'd do if we came back, we actually were thinking about this and we couldn't come up with much.
Except we wouldn't come with each other.
Well, basically I would leave Jenny on the side.
Just kidding.
With a little sign in her hobo bag.
I'm just kidding.
No, but we really couldn't think of anything that we wouldn't do or
and we're not going to make up stuff,
Yeah, because both are small enough that you can actually cover each of them in about a day.
In a day.
Yeah. So.
And we're starting to get dialed in and making plans for hikes and things like that.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
So yeah, we have nothing.
Right. So that's it. So we would say ping to both.
Ping.
Do each in a day. Do those hikes. If there's other stuff that you're doing, it's just bonus.
Awesome.
Okay. All right. And now we're on to Utah.
Let's conquer Utah.
All right. See you, everybody.